Hey YouTube, it's me again. So today I just kind of wanted to pop on and talk a little bit about depression and mental health. And I know that can be a weird subject for people, but we also know that the LGBT community has a problem with mental health. And it doesn't take a surgeon to realize why that is. You know, most of our life is spent telling us that we aren't good enough, we aren't enough, we aren't right, and that there's something wrong with us. And so, depression has been something that I've struggled with. I wouldn't say in high school I had it, but college and grad school, 100%. It would get to the point with my depression that on the weekend, like, I wouldn't see a human being, maybe the cashier, if I went even through the cashier lane and not a self-checkout lane. And I would sleep until like 4 or 5 p.m. and then maybe practice a little bit and then go and sleep again until 1 or 2 the next day. And, you know, it just wasn't a healthy thing. And I would get mad and upset that I wasn't with people and that I didn't have friends, but then I was like I would just sleep more, so I couldn't go out and I didn't have friends again. And so it was just a really tough time, and it's been a tough time for me. But it's funny, in the last couple of months in this journey that I've been going on to find the more authentic and true me, my depression's lifted a little bit. It's so strange. I have emotions now, which I would say I really didn't have a lot of emotions. I was just kind of like a level thing, existing body. And I have emotions and I feel them and I don't really know what to do with them. And one of the biggest things is that, like, I'm just happy and I wake up at a normal hour. And I mean, it's still a little bit late, but like, it's a weekend. Today's Saturday. And like, I used to sleep until at least noon or 1, like, without a doubt. Sometimes, wake up, do a little bit, and then fall back asleep, and then wake up really at like 4 or 5. And like this morning I got up at 9:30, I went on a walk, went to the farmer's market, came back, did some stuff, played racquetball, and I was done like by like 3 with all these things, had done homework, and it was just so weird. It was like, this is what normal people do on the weekends. But I never got to do that because I was just under this crippling depression that I didn't even know I was going through. And it's just really kind of cool to go through and see how much progress I've made in figuring out who I am, but to see, like, once I've pretty much come out to myself, I've admitted that, hey, I'm not comfortable in my gender identity. That's okay. There are other people like you. There are things you can do to help you in society be perceived by the way you want to be perceived. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong. And once you realize that, it's like this weight is lifted off of my shoulders so far. And I'm happy. I'm going through life and I'm just happy. I like smile at random people and like random thoughts in my head, and that has never really been the case for me. It's so cool. I feel like it's like this gestation period for a little bit, like especially my time in grad program. It's been like I've been working and I've been really focusing on me and learning and all this, and I'm just ready to like emerge this being that is like awesome. And I can't wait for that to happen. And it's so exciting to see just little glimpses of that as it's been going on. It's kind of like, a butterfly, which is funny, it's a caterpillar and then it becomes this goo, is what I had read, and then it becomes this beautiful thing. And it feels like, does this butterfly actually remember anything from when it was a caterpillar or from when it was goo? And research has shown that they do. It's a completely different creature, molecular structure and everything. But it's still what it was. And that's just so fascinating. And it's something that I'm really resonating with. Like, all this stuff has been there, and yeah, all the bad times will be there in the future, but all the good times will be there too, and all the good times that I'll remember and make are gonna build upon themselves, and I can be like this amazing contributor to society, and that's okay. Like, who I am is awesome, and who every person is awesome, and you don't have to be like anyone else to be comfortable with yourself and okay and successful, and that's just so awesome. And I just can't stop thinking about it, honestly. And we'll see, maybe I'll get into some depressive spouts, once again, like, moving, that always adds a lot. You become a little bit more lonely and isolated and whatnot, but lately it's just been like, it's okay. Like, I didn't really see people today. I didn't really interact with friends or anything, but I was outside, I was walking, I was doing things. I woke up at 9:30. I didn't take a nap. I didn't do anything, and like, I'm good. I am feeling awesome. I don't have any reason to want to like crawl into bed or drink wine and watch shitty TV. Like, I'm good. I'm okay, and I don't know what to do with myself. So I guess what I'm saying is, I don't know if this is me being better, and if it's the future, and if it's a sign towards what the future holds. But I like to think it is. And if so, I can look back and say, like, you were right. Or maybe I'll look back and be like, no, you were wrong. Very possible. But I'm hopeful that it's the former and not the latter, and that for people in the future, they can look and say, I'm feeling this way, and hopefully if I can get to this level of being okay and comfortable with oneself, that it's going to get better for me too. So I know, maybe a little uplifting, and I don't know what you want to call it, a little bit of unicorns and rainbows, shall we say. But I think there's something to be said with this, and I think this is what maybe normal people go through, and they realize this a little bit earlier on, and that's okay. That I'm a little bit late to the game, and that other people might be late to the game. At the end of the day, we're gonna be all right, and I'm very, very excited. Have a great day, y'all.